just never enough time in the day. And it feels like the more that I realize how limited our time is, the more I need to start prioritizing what it is that I'm doing, what it is that I'm thinking about doing, what I'm obligating myself to, what I'm going to say no to, because there's just really, I mean, there's just no substitute for time. Time is that one commodity that we never get back. So there's never enough time to get everything done. So today, let's talk about 3 things that are just absolute time suckers, and some of them we can't get out of, and then maybe 3 solutions or 3 helpful hints, because we can't get out of all of them. I know I certainly can't. So the reality is that there's always so many things going on, in in my brain, in our brain, but in mine specifically, I'm thinking about 12 different things at once. All of these things that have to be done, all of these things that have to get accomplished. One of them is a walk with Windsor, and that's not the way we're going. We're going this way. So thinking about all of these things that have to get done, there's so many. And sometimes I wake up with my mind racing, thinking about what is it that I need to get done today. This morning, it was, oh my goodness, I have to send those emails. I have to get this one thing done. I'm having lunch with a friend downtown, so thinking about trying to get as much done in the morning as I can before that lunch date so that I can get back to finish that other project in the afternoon. The problem there is that our brains have limited capacity, right? There's only so much. There's only so much space, only so many things that we can think about at once, and so many things that we can really accomplish well or think about well at one time. Our brains are not meant to multitask. Like Windsor's, he's got a one-track mind, and he's going to go over and sniff that garbage if it kills him, even though we have our own garbage at home that he can smell. So there's only so much that we can actually get accomplished. So the idea is, the solution is to sort of brain dump. You can write everything down in the morning, everything that you're thinking about, everything that you know that you need to accomplish, everything that you would like to accomplish. Sometimes we're not going to get it all done, and that's just the truth. But if we brain dump and write it all down, then we can start to prioritize. What is it that we definitely need to get done today? And what is it that maybe we can push off until tomorrow, push off until tonight? And then actually, when we see it on paper, sometimes then we realize, hey, actually, maybe that's not a priority. Maybe there are other more important things that need to get done today. So a brain dump is a really good idea. I love a list, a good written list. These are the things that I have to get done today. Number them, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. And then the beauty is you start to tick it off as they're done, and it feels very satisfying. I got to finish 1, tick. I got to do 2, tick, and so on. So that's just a really good idea. And another really useful idea is to use your phone. Use technology to your advantage. You can open a notes app. I use the notes app. I'm sure there are a million others that are great reminders, but you can open the notes app and start to do your brain dump there. Because the thing is, you could do it even when you're walking. We're walking right now. You can do a memo to text, a voice to memo text, and open up a new note to remind you to do that one thing that you have to do this afternoon. So this way, you don't have to try to remember, because by the time we're done walking for an hour-long walk in the morning, I'm going to forget. 100% I'm going to forget. So use technology to your advantage and make your list in the morning. Then start to look at it, and look at it throughout the day, because there's always those things that come up too. And your brain is, oh my goodness, just as I was feeling satisfied because I was ticking things off my list, here I am, back to square one. Just start to do the best that you can, and keep an ongoing list. These are the things I did today. I didn't get to the other 3 things. That has to be for tomorrow. That has to be for another day. So the brain overload, which is real, especially in menopause when we have brain fog and we're fighting memory and we're fighting the way our body's reacting to things. We need to be more concise and more streamlined now more than ever. So writing things down, making your list, trying to tick it off, really, really great solution. Second thing is that sometimes there really just are too many things to do. We, especially as women, are responsible for everything and everyone. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of our work, sometimes our spouses, sometimes our children, even if they're adults, our senior pets. We have to take care of aging parents. I have an elderly mother who is in a nursing home down the block, so thank goodness for that, that her daily care is taken care of, which is only in more recent years, because before that, it was all on me. But even now, with her living somewhere else, I'm her contact person. And does she contact me? A lot. There are care plans through the nursing home. There are concerns that they have that I have to go there and meet with them about. And then I have my mom, who has dementia, who reaches out to me very, very regularly and feels very distraught if I'm not available to speak to her, if I don't answer the phone. She feels lost and confused, so I have to juggle that too. She wants me to come and visit her. She needs me to pick up the phone when she calls. So there's just physically a lot to do. It's not just about all those things in your brain. It's just that there are things that have to get done. Windsor had to go to the vet last week, right? So there are just things that we have to do in order to take care of our environment and our family. So one of the things that I think is a good solution is delegating, finding someone else who can help with those things. Your spouse, your neighbor, your friend, your sister, someone in your community. You can ask, hey, I'm really feeling swamped. Is there anything that you can do to help me today? Would you mind going and visiting my mom? Maybe you can take her for a little walk. That might make her happy to go see, to have the opportunity to see somebody else instead of seeing my mug every time. Maybe you can go and pick up those meds for me from the pharmacy. Or if you're out, would you mind picking up that thing of milk that we need for the house? People are generally very eager to help, very willing to help. They just don't know what to help with. So sort of delegating and asking for help and asking for people to chip in, I think that most people would love that. I do. I have no problem helping out neighbors and friends and family. And if you need something, all you have to do is ask. So don't think that you always have to be the giver. People can only come to you to ask for favors. You can ask too. You can ask people to help you out, take a little bit of the burden off your plate, clear your day, and clear your mind. Just a little bit. Every little bit helps. And lastly, stop being a perfectionist. And I'm saying that to myself, to myself more than anyone else. See, I have to make sure that my mic is perfectly lined up because I know that I have not been speaking loud enough, even though I have a mic. So I'm trying to do that better. Being better and trying to improve, that's great. And we should do that. But we're not going to get everything done perfectly. When we're talking about sort of doing our brain dump and writing everything down so that we have everything on the list, or we are talking about asking for help and reaching out and saying, can you please just run these few errands for me, or would you mind pitching in a little bit and helping to walk the dog today because I can't do it? No one's going to do it the way you do it. They're not going to do it as perfectly as you. They're not going to do it the exact way that you want it done, but we have to give up the idea of perfectionism. We need to embrace, again, always progress over perfection and know that we're not going to be perfect. No one's going to get it 100% right. We certainly aren't. I know I'm not. But it's a hard thing to let go of. This is the way I do things. This is the way I want things done. And when I have such high expectations of myself, it's hard to let that go and give that, delegate that, or give that task to somebody else, or even to reconcile our own brains with that. I need this done, so I'm going to accept the fact that it's going to be done. Okay, maybe not even great, but it's going to be done. Okay. We, especially as women, are so trained to think that everything has to be done perfectly, especially with social media. When you're looking at these fun Instagram reels or these Pinterest boards where everything is so cute and laid out and perfect, and everyone just has the absolute best life because they have it all together. No, they don't. No, they don't. They're taking the perfect pictures in the perfect setting through that little tiny lens, and then you know what's behind them? The big old mess. You know what they're going to encounter tomorrow? A hot mess. Unorganized schedules, kids running around, literal garbage in their house because they just don't have time to clean. Like living that perfect social media life is hard because it's not real. And the little image that they're showing you, think about everything on the back end. That's why I'm trying to do it a little differently, and I'm showing you everything. I'm showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly because that's who we are. We are imperfect beings. So don't strive for perfectionism. Progress over perfectionism every day. Thanks so much for joining us again today on Fab 50s Florida. Know that when you're overwhelmed, emotionally, physically, you have so many things going on, you can do it. You can absolutely do it. Take it in little pieces, make your list, start to delegate, give up perfectionism, and be your best self. Want to say goodbye, Windsor? Bye. Want to say goodbye? Bye-bye. You're going to give up perfectionism? I think Windsor's giving it up. Yeah, we're going to get a drink. Bye, everyone.